Welcome, everyone, to TJ and the Grumpy Old Man. I'm your host, TJ, and with me here, as always, is the Grumpy Old Man. They say there's no shame to his game because he's always the same.
That's me.
And with us here, I would say consistent reoccurring guest, but I'm not sure that I can use that term anymore with the reason that X just happened to do a no-show during our last show. But
the funny thing was he was just elevated to, a regular member, and then he bails first podcast.
I'm telling you, he's like an unreliable worker, Grump.
Oh, shit.
Yes. But with us here is the magnificent Son X. He is an occasional guest, I'd say.
An occasional guest. Wow.
He's got to work his way back up. What can I say? He's got to work his way back to reoccurring guest, then to mainstay in the podcast. So reoccurring guest, the magnificent Son X.
The tyrant that is TJ says that Son X needs to re-elevate himself.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Title Biggest Bum.
There it is. Yeah, sure. Biggest bum. That goes to X.
Goes to you.
Oh, thank you. Well, for those of you who are new to the show, welcome. This is a twice a week all sports podcast that takes place every single Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're new to the channel, we encourage you to subscribe on YouTube, to like on Facebook, and to follow on Twitter so you don't miss out on any of the action. And if you also like this content, be sure to hit a thumbs up because, number one, apparently that helps the algorithm and helps get this fun time of shooting the shit and talking sports out to the masses. As I mentioned, this is a twice a week all sports podcast. We talk literally anything and everything sports. We talk European football, which is soccer for the Americans. We talk NHL. We talk NFL. We talk college athletics. We talk MLB. We talk NBA. We talk literally anything and everything sports. We talk even some F1, some Formula One racing. Verstappen Grumpy won today. So we talk, when I mean anything and everything sports, we talk anything and everything sports. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you like the content, make sure you leave a thumbs up. That being said, today.
Can we get to a comment?
I assume you're talking about this one, Grumpy?
No. Oh. No, that's a little too. Let's just hit
let's but I'm going to first talk about what we have for the upcoming docket, Grumpy, for today's show, and we'll look at some comments. Today we're going to be talking, there's some MLB news that I want to cover. It's Father's Day, and I can't think of anything else more correlated with Father's Day than a nice Sunday afternoon playing baseball. So we've got some clips that I think some are funny, some are sad, some are just quite entertaining. We're also going to go ahead and talk about Michael Jordan selling his majority ownership in the Charlotte Hornets, the impact that's going to have there on the NBA, maybe the positive impact that's going to have on the Charlotte Hornets. We're going to talk about, Stanley Cup celebrations for the Vegas Golden Knights. Man, oh man, they had some hammered, those boys like to party. That's all I'm going to say. And, I'll show you the scene. Let me put it to you that way. I'll show you the scene and let you listen to the Vegas Golden Knights there as they're partying about. Jordan Love happened to make some comments, Grumpy, that were, I would say, pretty stupid. So we're going to go ahead and show the dumb comments that Jordan Love made, and maybe he might be eating his words come this season because some guys just can't manage to keep themselves in the good graces. And we're going to go ahead and talk about, apparently, there's a few NFL scouts that were shocked or would be shocked if Justin Fields was not an MVP candidate this season. So apparently he's been having a great offseason, and we'll speculate on what we think from Justin Fields here this year too, what we expect coming up. And also we got some Cristiano Ronaldo news. We've got we've got it kind of all over the place here today. But Grump, let's start diving into the comments. So you're going to read the comments so we can grab your attention, Grumpy. Drew L.
What the fuck does that even mean?
It means, Grumpy, even on Father's Day, Grump, I'll let you know something. Even on Father's Day, Grumpy, I'm still going to make sure you're not watching TV, not distracted, Grumpy, that you're paying good attention. Oh, happy Father's Day, too. I've already told.
Who wished you a happy Father's Day and called you on the phone, sent you a text message this morning? Who did that?
I've already called Grumpy today to wish him. I already called Grumpy today to wish him a happy Father's Day, but I'm just saying to everybody who's a father that listens to the show, happy Father's Day.
Not very respectful. That's all I'm going to say.
I wish
How's that, Grump?
Son X, very respectful. He came over to the house today, visited.
I prepared a grape drink for Grumpy.
Well, not really.
He
Not
wouldn't
really.
let me. I told him I was trying to feed him the water as well. I unscrewed the top. I was going to feed the water to him and then prep his drink and then be like his little juice carrier. I was going to feed him the water whenever he needed it.
I'm sure you weren't fucking around with him at all like that, right? Right, X. I'm sure there was no bad intent behind that, was there?
I said, I don't need you to be Jerry Mitchell.
I asked Warden to get it on film so we could put it in the podcast here about how I treat Grumpy like a king.
Okay, you want to know what really transpired? He went over there and got himself a drink, and he asked, and a lot of people don't know, Son X got engaged yesterday. Mm-hmm. Now, we've seen photographs, but we see a picture of X, and then we see a hand with the ring on it. There was no girl in the pictures, though. So I don't know what that means.
I will say something too, Grumpy. I noticed something about that hand. It was like bigger than my hand. It kind of had really it looked like you could see the calluses on it when they flipped. It was like a weird picture where I could see the under portion of the hand. And it looked like it had about 50 years of manual labor worth on this hand, Grumpy. And it was a big hand. So I don't know. Hey, man, funny, whichever way you want, X.
Honestly, girlfriend K, fiance K, cannot post those pictures, because if she did, the ridicule that Son X would endure, it would be devastating. Honestly, it's a picture with him standing there and just a hand. Soupy Sales, you all don't know. A lot older fans will know Soupy Sales. He had little puppets called White Fang, and White Fang was the big one, and Black Cloud, I think. And they would like a dog, but all you saw was like a little thing that go. The dog would talk with his hand. He go, row, row, rah, roo, roo, rah, rah, rah. All you saw was the hand. And that's what it reminded you of Soupy Sales getting engaged, because all you saw was his hand going, I'm engaged. Roo, roo, rah, roo, rah. Sounded like that.
Do you remember, X? I don't know if you heard. I called up Grumpy today, and I asked Grumpy, I said, well, it's Father's Day. Do you want to do a show today? Right? It's up to you. Maybe people won't tune in. It is Father's Day. Sometimes people spend that with their family. I said, Grump, do you want to do a show today? Yeah, but let's go ahead and keep it quick. This motherfucker is going to be over here talking about how long the show is, and he's over here talking about freaking hand puppets and Soupy Sale getting engaged to. Like, what the fuck?
Soupy Sales? I don't even know. I'm
People
lost.
know who Soupy Sales is.
Soupy Sales? What in the hell?
Soupy Sales.
Soupy Sales.
Let me ask you this. Does Soupy Sales take after Wee Hoopin'?
No.
They're actually related.
Hold on. Is Soupy Sales,
He's dead.
Is this an old-timey show, Grumpy?
Yeah. Soupy Sales show.
Soupy Sales was.
He got in trouble. He says, "Hey kids, go into your mom's pocketbook and send $1 to blah blah blah." And kids started doing that, and he got in trouble, and he got suspended for a little while. But he had a dog, and his dog was named White Fang, and the whole thing is it was just a hand, the hand would come up like in a white glove, going with like little nails, black nails painted on it. And he says, "Oh, you think?" I would go, "Roo-rah, and it was just the hand.
Recordings just got better.
I tell you.
Are you putting that up? Are we showing it?
You
should
believe it or not, Grumpy, trying to pull something up from it looks like the 1960s or 50s is a little tougher to pull up than you'd imagine, okay?
Was that White Fang getting married?
Pull up the episode. As you could tell, X, and for those at home, you could tell this is just an old person happened to record this film because they just happened to pull out their phone, hit record, and record their TV. Kind of like what Grumpy does when he sends me stuff. They couldn't go ahead and plug the aux cord in and download it that way. So we've got ourselves a nice video of a video.
That is exactly what Grumpy does when he records his videos.
This makes sense why he talks about the Soupy Sales.
What the hell is this that you're watching?
This is Soupy Sales.
He's got freaking Hulk smash hands on.
Hold on, I'm about to jack the hell out of this volume because just like the old person, they didn't understand that they had to really make the volume loud if they're going to be recording a video. So let's try to put I'm going to put this loud. Can you guys hear anything?
Yes.
I hear this thing mumbling. It's going blah, 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 blah.
That's how he talked. He's a dog. He's a dog.
Oh shit.
What did you do?
Better get off next comment.
Hold on.
Do the one that's in color. Do the one with the
White man is getting married? White man is getting You wait a minute. What are you getting married? It's in all the papers. I never knew that. You can't get married. You're a minor. I have to ask John L. Lewis. What? It's in the paper.
blind crown says TV.
Okay, we're done with that. Fantastic.
Well,
that
you
was
should have
good.
played. You should have played the one was in color as opposed to the old black and white.
I'm about to go on another nap. Next.
X is about to lose connection here and take another nap, huh?
Yeah. You're about to see my broadcast end.
Drew L. Grumpy.
You know, it's an absolute treat to watch the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox on Father's Day evening for the primetime game, and sarcasm intended.
Yeah, the Yankees got clobbered today.
Well, they're playing against doubleheader,
So they got clobbered the first game. Hopefully the second game goes a little better, right?
they're losing the second game.
Is that what you're watching?
When Aaron Judge went out, they have no offense, just none.
You know what? The Mets found a way to lose today, too, to the Cardinals. The Mets continue to slip. I think they're like 33 and 38.
I think Buck Showalter, their defense is so horrible, like the last 2-3 weeks. Terrible. And it's like Buck Showalter is just shaking his head. When you see a manager shaking his head in the dugout, it means the season's over or he's going to be gone.
He's tried everything he can, and all he can do is just shake his head in disgust. That usually doesn't suck. That does not elicit results. Let me put it to you that way. That doesn't get the guys fired up, ready to play some damn baseball. James F says, once again, Ricky Fowler chokes another major.
Maybe because it's those hats he wears. They're silly. They're too big.
He shot the lowest score ever, right?
Yeah, in the first round, 62. So did another guy. I don't know who won.
I didn't know he choked it away. Holy shit.
Yeah, happens.
I'm trying to pull up to see if we can get a video of it. Oh, my God. Oh, fuck.
I just want to look. You can look that up. I just want to look at the next comment. Drew says, I think Son X should be named Son
Z.
I'll say
for
I was
sleeping through the last podcast.
I'll say I was okay. I don't have the ability and to just cancel podcasts when I feel tired or if I can't do it. I can't just go, oh well, we're just not gonna have the podcast today. I'll just cancel it. I'm too tired to do it.
We don't ever cancel podcasts.
Really?
Yes.
You've never once
Well, no, we do when TJ has to go on a field trip. Or
when I'm out of town, it's different. You don't ever catch me with Grumpy. If Grumpy's talking to me on the phone, he's like, hey, TJ, we're going to have a podcast. And I'm like, I'm too tired. I can't do a podcast.
I had 3 hours
slept through podcasts before.
By accident.
Okay. Well,
not on purpose.
As well, then,
X slept through on purpose. X was awake. We were talking to X, and he just purposely said, I'm going back to bed.
That's it. Yeah.
That's
all righty there, Son Z.
One's allowed to do it, the other isn't. That's all I'm hearing.
That's right, Son Z. James F. said, I guess the Yanks are going to get swept by the Red Sox. Gugun says, Son Z, congratulations on getting engaged. When should we all set up your bachelor party? Grumpy's treat?
Grump?
No idea. We have no idea when he's going to get married.
Yeah, no.
I think I've been going out with her for a long time. I guess I'll give her a ring. So he bought himself a box of Cracker Jacks and gave her the ring that was in there.
Oh, man. James F. says, Happy Father's Day. Brainer 954 says, Mr. X has been relegated back to jobber status.
Jobber X.
Hey, you were everything was going well there, Son X.
All right.
And then
TJ the Tyrant can do whatever he wants on the show.
Oh, TJ, you'll love to hear this, that Jordan Alvarez is injured. I need to check out my fantasy baseball lineup because I think I've been fielding about half of a team for the last few weeks.
Yeah, that's true. And your record shows it.
Gugun says, who is more dangerous, we hooping or Phil's facts?
For Grumpy's mental state, we hooping.
No, it's Phil's facts.
Phil's facts, because he spouts some pseudo-intellectual babble, which is wrong, but he delivers in a dull, boring manner, which make people think that he knows what he's talking about. We hooping he's just a moron. He's not dangerous. He's just a moron.
Phil's facts is articulate, and he tricks the fan base into believing a million different things, and he flip-flops all over the place, which is not good for the mental sanity of the fan base. And for our objective, which is to wake the fan base up as to what reality is, he is diametrically opposed to our viewpoint. Phil's facts is like he's like the blue pill.
He's Agent Smith in the Matrix
He's
movies.
Agent Smith, and we are Neo.
We are Neo.
And he's Agent Smith. So the next time he comes on, I need somebody to go do an edit of like whoever Agent Smith is. I assume that's a guy dressed up in a tie. I've seen like little clips of Matrix, but Agent Smith in the tie and Neo is Keanu Reeves. So we need to go get us, Grumpy and I, is Keanu Reeves and the Neo over there. So that will fix the problem.
Or the blue pill.
We want to take the red pill to wake up.
God, he's so dumb.
What a films? What's up, Sean? He says, hello, gentlemen. How goes the battle? Goes well, man. Goes well. Gugu says, F the Mets. Wow. Yes. Agree. Dave Johansson says here.
Their pitching just isn't very good.
Their batting isn't very good.
Yeah,
their fielding isn't very good.
The fielding is that's been really bad. It's been really bad. They're shooting themselves in the foot. I looked at Buck today in the dugout, and I'm like, and he's talking with whoever his bench coach is, and you could just tell he's like, man, this team blows. That's what he's saying in his mind.
Let me ask you this. Would maybe like a guest cameo from We Hoopin', would that help the Mets if we paid We Hoopin' to say, New York Mets, you need to wake up and start winning some games. Would that help the Mets, X?
Heads out of your asses.
Would that help the Mets, you think, Son X?
Yes. Actually, I think they go undefeated the rest of the year and win the World Series.
Holy shit. Okay.
$60, all you need.
Okay. Sounds good. Dave Johnson says here, happy Father's Day, Grump. You did a great job raising your son.
Thank you very much, Dave. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dave. I'm glad you made it son singular because you knew that one of them maybe not a great job of raising.
You just forgot to put the X on the end.
That's yeah. What the film says here. Oh, yeah. Father-son podcast. Nice. That's right. James F. says here, the Vegas parade was the worst coverage of all time. None of the players wore their jerseys, so you didn't know who was who. One camera on the bus, no interview on all players. The players get drunk on the buses, classless, no professional. Okay. Not professional. Did you happen to see some of these people when they were talking to the fan base, Grumpy?
I did not. I do want to talk about another parade if we could afterwards. But
sure, but that comment came up, so I figured it's a good time to talk about that.
Let's talk about this parade. I saw nothing of it, to be honest with you. Oh my goodness, it's bad luck.
You guys can hear me? Yeah, you hear me?
It's good.
Boy.
When the guy you're looking at, I mean, that is he's just sweating alcohol, my friends. You can just tell by looking at him.
Did he do a flash dance thing where, he was laying back in a chair, they just splashed him with water? Why is he so wet?
He's sweating all of the alcohol out of his body, and it's 90-something degrees there in Vegas, Grump.
That's a bad look. It says 91.
Okay. So it's 91 degrees at 9:20 in the evening. So I'm saying that since the parade probably started before 9 o'clock, that there was a lot of drinking going on. It was probably 100 degrees, and maybe he's cooling off. Maybe a cool 90s helping him cool off a bit.
It says live. It says it's live.
You understand it wasn't like this is the first time they cut on and they said, oh, the Vegas parade's going. They paraded around in the buses for like a few hours and everything like that down the strip.
It says live.
Holy shit, that's correct. They have been doing this for a while. It was live at 9:20, but it started before 9, Grumpy. Are you understanding that or no?
Yeah, it's not like he just They just started the broadcast.
Hey, we're gonna start the parade. Boop, and this is when it all starts. They just
Okay.
came from their house and went out here. Come on,
I
Grump.
just want to know why he's not wearing a shirt. That TJ probably thinks it's a great idea.
That's right. This guy's my spirit animal, Grumpy.
So, this guy, this
What the? Where are the shirt?
effing guy.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Look at how
I
many
know.
guys are without their shirts on.
So, Riley, he was here. They won. Yeah. And I know you have been here. They fucking won.
It's obvious
You
that English is a
guys
second language.
are so amazing. We played Arizona in the first game, and we beat the shit out of them.
Somebody take his money.
And I had no points. No points. But that's okay.
Oh my God.
Because at year one, I was pretty fucking great.
What's he doing with the hip wiggle?
But you guys were greater. And we've been up and down on this journey
They cut his mic.
to the top.
Oh, hello, cut it.
Oh,
Pass it to Marshy. Marshy, you got something to say?
No. Listen to me.
Okay.
We've been waiting for 6 long years
Is that his mom?
for this
I don't know. It's not
guy
his wife.
That's
to
not his
be MVP.
Come on.
Jonathan,
Trying to take him away like a toddler. Let's
push
go.
yourself.
She got it from him.
Oh, that was good. I liked that
Oh
video.
my
I liked it all
gosh.
from start to finish
This
on that one.
is when victory parades go wrong.
That's great. That's great.
He honestly looked like he was coked out of his mind. That's why he was
He's
sweating so bad.
Drunk. He's so
I think he's
drunk.
doing more than drinking.
He
Who
wasn't.
knows?
That's not.
Maybe he
cool.
did the Kuznetsov special. Maybe he went to go do a line of blow there before in the hotel rooms before he went out there with some copious
nose
amount
is
of
looking a
alcohol.
little
Who
red.
knows?
One of the camera angles.
TJ, I would like you to pull up the video of the parade, the victory parade for the WNBA
Okay.
champions. Because
WNBA has not been crowned yet, Grumpy.
yes, they have. It's some team from Chicago.
Have they really?
Their season's over, I believe.
Okay.
I mean,
Grumpy.
how would we even know anyway?
Grumpy, is there a reason why you want us to pull this
Yes,
up, Grumpy?
because you looked at the victory parade, and there's no one on the streets.
there
no
are
one.
a few people on the streets.
Do you see it? No one. There's
Okay,
more
I'm
people
trying.
on the
Here's the
bus
thing. Here's the thing. I'm keep pulling up like videos. Okay, when you put up the victory parade, I keep getting videos back from like 2021. So I'm trying to find the most recent one, Grump. So give me a moment here.
Take
Give
your
me a
time.
moment's time, Grump.
Take your time. But that's a bad that's a bad look for Vegas, a bad look for the NHL. It's like where's the they usually have like the guy who does like the TV broadcasters or the radio broadcasters, and they kind of MC the ceremonies, right? It looks
Usually.
like they just let the kids get up there and just say whatever they want. That was a bad look.
You're not
And that was Carlson. Wasn't that William Carlson?
William Carlson, yes.
Yeah. His mother, if she could shoot him from Sweden, she would. He embarrassed himself big time. It's a
Okay.
bad look.
I'm not seeing anything from the WNBA. Okay, just see like freeze frame pictures.
Nobody on the streets.
No, I just see a few freeze frame pictures, man. So I'm not seeing any videos.
That's
sorry.
right. That's right. They don't even deserve a video.
Oh, Grumpy.
Somebody
on.
took a picture from the book depository building. That's what they did.
Okay. So we will not, unfortunately, have the WNBA unless here's the thing. If I told Grumpy to try to pull it up, he'd be occupied for the next 30 minutes. So Grumpy, maybe next podcast, if you do enough time, you'll have about a few hours to go ahead before next Thursday, and you could send it to me, Grumpy, and we can go ahead and get it pulled off for you so you could celebrate with the WNBA parade.
No one celebrates.
Oh,
No one
come on.
celebrates.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, forget it. That's an off-air comment. I wanted to prove X wrong on something, but I won't do it today on the show.
No. Drew L says here, TJ, Grumpy, just because it's Father's Day doesn't mean I'm not going to stop treating you like shit on the podcast. That's right. That's right, Drew L.
No, what he said, this is TJ saying this. You see when it has the colon there? Grumpy, just because this is TJ saying this. Grumpy, just because it's Father's Day doesn't mean I'm going to start treating you like shit on the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. I like this guy. I like this TJ character. Jeff Grump.
Happy Father's Day, Grumpy. Thank you so much, Jeff.
I've got to keep you level-headed with all these kind comments you're getting, Grumpy. I've got to be a few negative ones. James F.
All players getting drunk on buses, classless, no professionalism. Google says, while back you showed the Bagel Boss guy fight. Grumpy wondered aloud what the connection was to sports. TJ, look up. Lenny Dykstra signs a deal to fight the Bagel Boss guy in Atlantic City.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, Lenny's not super tall, but he's bigger than Bagel Boss guy.
Bagel Boss guy is very small.
He was disturbingly short.
And we know based off his response about how the girls treat him that he's very tiny.
He looked like an ottoman.
TD, we can't hear you, by the way.
Okay, gotcha.
Is that necessarily a bad thing that we can't hear him?
Fucking A. Grump. I'm trying to find the video of them actually boxing, but
oh god,
they do have a press conference. My God, he looks like a midget compared. Lenny Dykstra looks like a freaking giant compared to this guy. Holy shit!
Lenny Dykstra's like maybe 5'10", maybe.
Lenny Dykstra looks like he's a giant compared to this guy.
5'10" is not that short.
Well, that's shorter than I am.
Okay.
Oh!
Here's Lenny Dykstra. Looks like about a full head, if not more, above this guy. Bagel Boss. Bagel Boss looks like a little child compared to Lenny Dykstra. Lenny Dykstra looks like a Greek god compared to Bagel Boss.
Oh, jeez. Look, hey, stay back, Lenny. Oh my God.
Webtix.com.
Uh-oh, watch out. We know he's a look at him. Oh my God.
Yeah, bum.
What's DAG stand for?
Who the hell?
I don't know what that stands for, Grumpy. I'll be honest with you.
Do you think Bagel Boss is going to picture him as one of those girls online who made fun of him for being short?
So, everyone knows Lenny Dykstra, famous guy, was one of the best baseball players ever. Had the nickname Nails because he was tough as nails, and he was.
Howard Stern.
But somehow, who wants to go into the history of it? But somehow he's ending up in the ring with Angry Bagel Boss.
Holy shit. Okay, Grump. Do you want to listen to this portion? Yes or no?
It's echoing. We can't hear it.
It's rough.
We've been through this before. Before you blame me and X for your failures as a host,
it's your
echo is on your end.
It's Grumpy's shitty internet.
It's not.
Per the usual.
Again. But wait, don't worry, X. He just blamed me.
Really?
It'll be a second.
Why is it working fine right now?
It's because Grumpy shit echoes. What can I tell you? Here you go. Let's try this one more time.
Boss guy. The Angry Bagel guy went viral after having a meltdown and getting his ass kicked in a bagel shop. This is a guy clearly shouldn't be fighting anyone, but for some
Hold on, Grumpy. Did you see this? Look at the Bagel Boss, man. This is a guy you don't want to mix it up with, Grumpy.
in the ring with Angry Bagel Boss guy. The Angry Bagel guy went viral after having a meltdown and getting his ass kicked in a bagel shop. This is a guy who clearly shouldn't be fighting anyone, but for some reason he hooked up with these guys, and now they're going to have a celebrity boxing match, and they wanted Shuli to box, and then Shuli wanted 30 grand. I don't know. It was a whole thing, but somehow Lenny Dykstra said, I'll fight this guy.
He stepped up.
So anyway, we went over to see if Lenny was taking it seriously, and he seems to be training because Lenny's trainer is an ex-Marine. Mehmet was down there covering it, and Mehmet said Lenny punches really hard.
Really?
Mehmet, right? You were there. I saw the video.
Yeah, I'm like genuinely afraid Bagel Guy could get killed or something.
That's what I think.
Lenny is ripped right now.
You were wearing pads on your hands.
And it hurt.
Okay, I've had enough of that. Just wanted to see the
enough of that.
I just wanted to
Okay,
see the bagel
Tyrant.
guy throw some
All right,
punches.
King George. George III.
Oh man, I do what I can, Grump. I do what I can.
I think Nate Diaz or Nick Diaz is supposed to fight. Which one? Logan Paul, is that it? Or
We hooping.
no? He's supposed to fight. Who the hell's the other Paul? It's not Logan.
We hooping Logan Paul and Jake Paul.
Jake Paul. He's supposed to fight Jake Paul. Nate Diaz.
We hooping. Look at this comment here, X.
Your life is over, son X. Get a prenup.
Oh, Jeff Grump.
Son X, first the water debacle, then taking a 4-hour nap.
What can I say? I do what I can do. I do what I can.
Yikes. There. Continuing along here. Nick D. Grumpy.
Son X, TJ Grumpy, how you guys doing tonight? Very nice, Nick.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day, Grumpy, and congratulations to Son X. Look at that. Very nice comment.
Thank you.
No platitudes for TJ, though. That's just the way we like it.
That's fine. The divorce papers are on their way.
Oh,
says
shit.
JP says, Happy Father's Day to y'all. And congratulations, Son X. Congrats, Son X.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Son X. Happy Father's Day, Grumpy. TJ, time to start making babies.
There we go.
There it is. Frank says here, Happy Father's Day, all, especially Grumpy Old Man. Hello to the big three. What's up, Frank? He go, Drew L. Grumpy Old Man.
Grumpy, I just want to tell you that I'm currently saluting you like I do the troops on Memorial Day. Well, thank you, Drew. Since TJ is a pain of himself, I consider you a soldier, Grumpy. It's tough dealing. It's tough dealing with TJ. It is.
Grumpy is so fortunate to have me around, is what he meant to say. JP Grumpy.
Are you saying Grumpy's fortunate because you take years off his life?
Grumpy's fortunate because I make everything smooth sailing. He just shows up. He just plugs in. It makes his life really simple.
You raise his blood pressure and lower his ability to live.
I do what I can.
JP says this is back in the 3 to 4 channel black and white days with Soupy Sales. Yeah, they revamped the show in the 70s, the Soupy Sales show, and it was in color. And then White Fang was just one paw, and they had, instead of it like a glove like that, it had like little things sticking out of his fingers like nails. It was great. Honestly, it was great. It was so dumb. It was funny.
You go, Brain or Grump?
Brainer 954 says, look what you started, Grumpy. Whenever you do, don't mention Senor Wenceslas, Charo, or Lamb Chop. They'll be stumped for the rest of the show. Do you know what any of those is?
No, Grumpy. Believe it or not, I was not watching TV back in the 1970s like you.
Senor Wenceslas, I'll just give you a little education. Senor Wenceslas was he was like a little guy, did like a little hand thing. He was like, yes, hello, how are you? And he would just talk like that. He had a little like lipstick or something on there and 2 little eyes, and he would talk like that. Then Charo, she was the coochie girl. Pull up a picture of Charo, by the way. That's only going to take a second. Charo, Charro. Charo.
I think we've looked her up before.
That was Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop. She was a ventriloquist who had a puppet named Lamb Chop. And they were on Saturday afternoons doing like a little kids show.
Charo the singer?
Charo, singer, dancer, coochie girl. Coochie. That's what.
Oh my God, she's looking mighty fucking rough.
Okay. Look, Charo from the 1970s, not Charo 2020.
Oof, man, she's looking rough.
Yeah, when she was younger. There you go.
Yeah, that's looking good right there. Oof.
Okay, those are older pictures of her.
All the plastic surgery. Are you talking about these, Grumpy? These old pictures of Charo?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, she was young there. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, even further down, you'll see the coochie. There she is right there. Coochie, right in the middle there. There you go.
Yikes.
Yeah, those are some old, see, your fan saved her life. Yeah, she's older there in those other pictures. Okay, enough of Charo. Okay. Next
what do you want to do? Wank over him, Grumpy? Oh my God, how many pictures do you need to see?
Dude, I just wanted you to put up a nice picture of Charo. You keep on looking at the ones where she's
I don't have enough time to find a nice picture of her, Grumpy. God almighty.
Yeah, man, all it takes is 3 more scrolls down of the mouse and he can find one. But yeah, he doesn't have the fucking.
Don't have time for that. Sorry, no time for that, X.
No.
Nick D, Grumpy.
Milton's Suppman. January 8th, 1926 to October 22nd, 2009, known professionally as Soupy Sales, was an American comedian, actor, radio, television personality, and jazz aficionado. He was best known
I'm trying to find. He's best known
For his
local.
local and network children's television series, Lunch with Soupy Sales, later titled The Soupy Sales Show. 1950 to 1966, a series of comedy sketches frequently ending with Soupy receiving a pie to the face, a cream pie. That's what would happen. He gets smacked in the face with a cream pie.
A piece of pie there. Here you go. And James F. Grumpy.
That's right. Soupy Sales used to be on WFAN radio in New York. He was part of the lineup when they had Imus and Howard Stern, and Soupy was in between.
You like this one,
Soupy
Grumpy?
Sales more like Poopy Sales because it's shit.
There it is. Goon Grumpy.
Grumpy, since today is Daddy's Day, would you like to share some memories of when both your sons entered this realm? TJ was born at 4. Actually, they marked him down as 4:30 in the morning. It was closer to 4 in the morning. It was a Wednesday morning from a Tuesday night. I remember that. And son X was born on a Friday evening. TJ was a long time coming. TJ, everyone knows TJ screws everything up. He came on upside down, umbilical cord around his neck. He couldn't even get the birth process right. Screwed that up.
How much did he weigh?
What, X?
How much did he weigh? Like 80 pounds coming out?
It was not 80 pounds. It was 8 pounds, 13 ounces.
Close.
21 and a half inches long.
Yeah, close. That's right. Close, X.
And the warden was in labor for a long time with him. Now, son X was another thing. That was like a Friday evening. She went into labor, I want to say 6 o'clock. And by 10 o'clock, he was done and dusted in his little, heating unit.
What can I say?
Came out quick.
I was ready to end the world.
Got to the hospital by 7:30. He was out ready to go at 10. He's like, yep, I want out of there.
Frank says, what the fuck is this whacked out shit? Yeah, that's right. Soupy Sales.
Soupy Sales.
Right now it's between Roar McElroy and Wyndham Clark. JP Grump.
UFAs, the Islanders should target Michael Bunting, Connor Clifton, Max Domi, Sean Monahan, Jonathan Drouin. Ugh. No more Parisi and Mayfield. Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? Mix it up. Shake it up a little bit.
Shake it up.
Bunting's a bottom 4 guy, a bottom 6 guy. Drew says, honestly, I'm hoping as a Yankees fan that they miss the playoffs. That makes Cashman and Boone seats just a little warmer. They never should have been back this year. Either one. Either one should have been gone. Both of them gone. He did. Then Drew also follows up. I will say it this, though. I know my fantasy record sucks right now. First-time player here. But I think I finally got a grasp on how to play. I'm going to see how the next 10 weeks will reflect that.
There it is. And I think
Drew, I remember Drew really wasn't into it at all, but he's into it now.
I was originally into it, and I've kind of faded. I need to get back interested.
Because you're losing, that's why.
Yeah! Whoa!
I know your ass isn't over there clapping over here, huh?
Drew says, nah, I think Phil is just Butthead from Beavis and Butthead.
God, Beavis and freaking Butthead. And then Frank says, agree, Drew. I can't even watch the Yankees. And I've been supporting them since 1975. I'm watching the US Open behind like 2 hours, even though I know it's over. I'd rather watch it over the Yankees.
So he would rather think about how bad it is for Frank. He'd rather watch tape delayed golf over a live Yankee game.
Do you blame him, Grumpy?
No. I'm just saying.
Don't either, Grump. Guys, my buddy's wife's cousin, Chris Murphy, was called up by the Red Sox and pitched last night.
Congratulations.
Congrats, James. Congratulations. Almost my brother's wife's mother's sister, but like it gets so far removed, but it's like, there it is, man. That's cool.
His friend's wife's cousin, Chris Murphy, was called up. Okay.
There it is, man. Mm-hmm. That's good though. Congratulations. And Frank says Boone and Cashman suck. Drew, they suck, and they've got to go. Grumpy Sean Woodda.
I'm just excited. The Orioles are fun to watch again. Batista is a beast. He's been closing for them.
Batista, Goon Grumpy.
Gentlemen, I came across something quite intriguing the other day, which may be of interest. TJ, look up Derek Jeter's herpes tree. Is this true or false?
I know he's banged a lot of different women.
He has.
Jesus Christ. I don't, believe it or not, I don't want to think about Derek Jeter's herpes tree. Let's pull it up here, though.
But let's pull it up anyway. Let's see how much run we can give to Derek Jeter's herpes tree, but we can't scroll down one little scroll to find out Chara circa 1975.
Okay.
But
So
we're gonna
here
look-
it is.
we're gonna
This
look
is
at
this
herpes
is what it's just like some made up type shit. Okay, the first thing when I put on Twitter, I said Derek Jeter herpes tree is a tweet from 2013. Okay. So just let that shit sink in. That's a long time ago. Please Google search Derek Jeter herpes tree. And I do find this image. So I could not tell you who any of these actresses are.
Was he banging Eminem and Mark Wahlberg?
No, they banged the girls who he
Okay.
banged.
Okay.
Yes, Grump. So
Who's getting the most action out of all these girls? Who's the one in the middle? She's got a lot of guys. And what's like that bottom thing over there, like that mess?
I
That's
don't know.
everybody else in existence.
Oh, okay.
Most of the free world's remaining female population. That's what it says.
I was about to say this. Yeah, it's. I'm not so sure. That's all I'm gonna say on this one. Not so sure. I'm not gonna drag the good name of Derek Jeter through the mud.
Yeah, him running the Marlins was enough to do that.
Oh shit! Here,
Drew says, by the way,
I'm sorry, my thing is lagging hardcore. But here you go, Drew.
Drew says, by the way, I've been checking out more of the Nippon Professional Baseball League since his last few rough starts. Trevor Bauer has been killing it. I think his last 5 starts, he's something like a 2.3 ERA. He's a good pitcher. Very good pitcher. They don't want him back in Major League Baseball, though.
Yeah, he won't be back. Frank, he said, yeah, they're good men. Ian Malloy says here, hi guys, how are you tonight? Doing well. Hopefully you are too, Ian. Island to Puck Life says, happy Father's Day to you all. I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for keeping up the great podcast. I'm curious, who are all three of your favorite Islanders of all time, if you have any? So who are our favorite Islanders for all time? X, we'll let you start first.
I like Barzal. I liked Yashin and Pekka. And I also liked who the hell? I'm trying to remember his name.
If you can't remember the name, can't be one of your top 3.
It's the goalie. I cannot remember his name off the top of my head, but he was one of my favorite players growing up.
Rick DiPietro.
Rick DiPietro, that's it. You said it, I remembered it. As soon as you said it, I remembered it. Yes,
I can't remember his name, but he was one of my favorites.
I liked Rick DiPietro a lot as a kid.
Christ almighty.
That was the other one that I liked.
Go ahead, TJ.
That I watched play. It's really slim pickings. I'll be honest with you.
Go ahead.
The
Say
team's
John
been real
Tavares. You can
John
say John
Tavares.
There you go.
It's John Tavares. But I mean, like, it's slim picking. John Tavares.
Bailey.
I like
Bailey.
No, Matt Barzal. And then if I'm going with one more forward, it's probably Kyle Okposo.
Yeah, you did like
you always like Kyle.
It's not. We're really picking the bottom of the barrel for how many good players the Islanders have had in the last 2-3 decades. So that's the best we can do.
Well, it's just the ones that we watched.
Trottier, Bossy, and Potvin for me.
Easy enough for Grumpy. What a Film says, howdy, Frank here. Yeah, Gunner. It was fun also. You might turn out to be a great player. Who's that?
Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson. He's kind of struggled a little bit this year, right?
Yeah, a little bit. He picked it up recently.
JP said, yeah. Are they hammered? Oh, boy. Are they hammered? Yep. Rest in peace to headphone users. Sorry, I didn't know how loud that came in. My cans must be getting old now, Drew, and laughing my ass off at Carlson. Yeah, dude, he's hammered. I remember back in the day when the Orioles were really good. They had Phil Rizzuto, best seats ever in talked. Best seats ever. To Cal Ripken. I talked to Cal Ripken. He's a nice guy. They brought a cow out for Phil.
Do you want to know why they did that for Phil Rizzuto on his retirement day? Well, on his retiring his number. Because his famous say was, holy cow. That's what he said all the time.
Oh, really?
Call guys huckleberries. Phil Rizzuto, he was really enjoyable as a radio and TV announcer. Very
Just a few beers before that speech. Absolutely.
You think?
If he was doing coke, I don't think he'd be slurring his speech.
Exactly. He'd be Speaking of mile a minute.
That's ETOH, ethyl alcohol. Exactly. JP Sunex showing his TJ knowledge.
Oh man, I'm getting
What
lumped
the
in with
fuck?
TJ now. Ugh.
Oh, there it is.
Ugh.
What a film's Grumpy.
Kind of funny, but could you imagine Bossy Trottier or Butch making a speech like that?
Yikes.
No.
They probably have to go work their other job.
Oh, good one.
I mean, I'm being honest because didn't they worked other jobs while they played, right?
Uh-oh. Now, I think this is something that you boys will know about. I think Drew says, I think William Carlson had too much goofy goober ice cream.
X.
He's
What is that
goofy
from?
goober. Yeah, that's from the SpongeBob movie.
SpongeBob. And wasn't there a song?
TJ knows the song.
Well, why don't
Why are
you
you saying TJ knows the song? No, there is another song that says you, X.
Oh, that's it. That's right. Yeah, you wanted this to be a walk-up song for baseball.
Well, what is it? Let's hear it.
Here, I'll play it for you. Give me a second.
Why don't you sing it?
I can't sing it. I'll play it for you though.
The victory parades were romper rooms compared to downtown Vegas, though.
That's true.
I remember JT getting a DUI or whatever. That was in 1983, the night before the parade, and he kind of laid low during it. TJ, professionals don't chew gum while hosting a podcast.
Oh! And here's the thing, he just loaded up. Here's what people don't know. TJ doesn't chew just one stick of gum at a time. How many does he put in his mouth?
Half the damn pack. He sticks
Half a pack.
in there.
Half a pack.
It's like he's got a wad of like chewing tobacco in his mouth, but it's
That's it.
gum.
Drew says the Bagel Boss guy is a millimeter Peter because he's small in both size and size. Okay.
He's got a millimeter Peter Grumpy. He's got a Mongolian death worm attached to him.
And
what a film says here.
Up, or wear tank tops. TJ has that covered today.
Exactly. If I got to chew gum, I can't be double unprofessional and wear a tank top. So that's why I had to wear a normal
At least
shirt.
we're glad you don't have to walk during the show.
James F. said, Grumpy, why are you fighting Lenny Dykstra? Oh, you're the Bagel Boss, Grump.
Good one.
Grumpy.
I'd laugh at that little shit, says Frank. Drew L. Grumpy.
Plus, the Bagel Boss is like 6 years late to the game. He would have been more relevant than when he reached his peak of popularity. He would have fit in with all the clout-hungry influences then.
Yeah.
I have better boxing form than the Bagel Boss guy, and I haven't had a legitimate boxing match in 10 years.
You used to box.
Now, I know how old approximately Drew is. I mean, he was not a professional boxer.
What a film, Grumpy. Sean.
Don't the Dodgers have a crazy parade today with demonic nuns and crazy people who should find a hole to live in? They did that on Friday, and they got a whole lot of backlash. And this is usually not something we talk about, but this particular group makes fun of, they have guys dress up as nuns and make fun of Catholics and Christians. And they thought that was a good, they gave them some type of civic award for heroism, some bullshit like that. They had more people outside the stadium denouncing them than who were inside the stadium. It was so toxic that they held it 2 hours before the game started. So there was no one in the stands. No one. I wonder what it would be like if they had people doing that against Muslims or some other type of religion. I bet you they would be lambasted. But it's okay to make fun of Christians. That's cool. But other religions, no. I don't think you should make fun of any religions, honestly. Let people believe what they want.
I love how they're like trying to fight. Oh, well, there were people in the stands, blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing.
There was no one in the stands. There was no one in the stands. No one. The stands were empty. They were empty. It was 2 hours before the game.
They did this for baseball?
In baseball.
So here's the stands. You could see the upper decks are empty.
They were not there then. They did not have that. They showed that after. The actual ceremony was before the game. Then they put up this bullshit to try to say, oh, it's Pride Night. That ridiculousness. And this, but before the game, they didn't wheel these guys out there then. You see, they're not on the field now. They did it a pregame ceremony 2 hours before the game started. There was no one in the stands. No one. Because the backlash was so great. They forget where they live. They forget where they live. the population in that area of California is a lot of Catholics and Protestants. They don't believe in this bullshit that they're trying to push. These this woke agenda that they're trying to push. They just don't. And people have had enough of it. Honestly, they really have.
Okay, let's fuck.
And we don't talk about that. But
let's keep shit on the fucking rails here, Grumpy, please.
I was just saying I didn't realize they did this for the baseball game.
yeah,
they did something. They had a whole bunch of people come out there and do some crazy shit for baseball.
What the hell happened to having the players go out there doing warm-ups and signing autographs?
it's not on the.
They
woke
try to
agenda.
do other shit to get more people in the stands.
That's stupid.
And it was empty. And they were empty.
Stick
So
to
that
what
didn't work.
worked for the last 100 years.
Empty.
That's all I'm
Okay.
saying. Stick to what's worked for the last 100 years.
Okay, gotcha here. And Drew L. Grumpy.
I think TJ raises Grumpy's blood pressure like Tua's blood pressure when he's about to get sacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You know
Good.
something? It's funny. We watched the plate video again today.
Damn, how many times you watching that fucking play video?
I had to get Grumpy in a good mood before the pod.
Whenever the plate video comes out, everyone's happy.
Even the warden was smiling. And she
Send me the play video X, and I'll put it up on screen now. It could be a
No.
Father's Day special.
I said it to Grump, and Warden said we would be excommunicated from the Grumpy family.
You know
Yes.
what? I could think of worse things.
Oh, let the Warden hear that.
Oh, you like that one, Grump? Anyway, X,
Yeah.
send it to me. so
Why don't you say that to the warden's face?
Yeah.
what?
If you got the stones to say it on the show, say it to the Warden's face.
Put the thing on? Yes, I want to put
no,
the thing on.
No, what you said about getting excommunicated from the
Yeah.
family, that would
Could be worse things.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. I want to see Hot Shot. I want to see you say that to the warden. Let's see if that works out.
Let's see if you can wake the warden up a few times tonight, Grumpy.
Oh, look at Dr. Deflecto.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, Dr. Deflecto.
He's deflecting worse than the sunlight reflects off his head.
Oh,
You know what, X? It's kind of like almost as bad as those UFO lights that are blaring all over the back of your screen because it's like you're being picked up by an alien because you're just TV screen.
Okay, next comment, please. What's the next comment?
Uh-huh. Did you read the whole rest of the Goon Goon comment, or did you get distracted, Grump?
We didn't because you wouldn't shut up. So put the comment up.
hold on. It wasn't because of me. You started talking about the fucking plate video, Grump, not me. You.
Bring it up. Update regarding the Bagel Boss guy. Lenny wound up pulling out of the fight, and after Bagel Boss guy was in poor health in the hospital, hasn't been heard from since. TJ, find him and book him on the show.
Oh, Bagel
honestly,
Boss.
If we put him on the show, his head, I don't even know how we could get him on camera.
You look like this.
True L, Grumpy.
You know, the Yankees are undeniably the best team at hitting home run foul balls.
Here you go. Drew L, Grumpy. Yeah, I like this comment already. Grumpy, read this for me, please.
So, like, there's no way Ohtani doesn't win MVP, right? If he does not get hurt this year and continues to play the way he is, he will win MVP. Absolutely. If Judge didn't have the year that he had last year, he would have won last year.
He should have won last year, too.
A
love Aaron Judge.
guy breaks a home run record like that, leads the league in everything. He's going to win. They're just going to win.
I got one thing to tell you, Grumpy. Did you happen to see the stats that Shohei Ohtani's been putting up? He hit another homer today, Grump. Leads the MLB in home runs.
Yeah, he took the lead over from Pete Alonso, who came off the disabled list today.
The injured list, Grumpy, not disabled
Oh, that's
list.
right. Another woke thing. We got to change the name from disabled list that's been for 150 fucking years and make it the injury list. It's the DL, okay?
It's the IL, Grumpy. It's the injury list now.
No disabled people are playing in Major League Baseball.
Why? No disabled people playing Major League Baseball,
No,
Grumpy?
they don't.
Oh,
When was the
okay.
last time you seen somebody wheeled out there in a wheelchair? Doesn't happen. They're not
Amir
able-
Khan.
Amir Khan, baby, from Backyard Baseball.
Just take a look, see at this guy. Ow!
Shohei Ohtani, yep.
Right
Him and
field,
Shaq,
Blanco
right?
looks up and he's
I don't
done
know
it
if you ever
again.
noticed, a lot of those Japanese batters, they're like walking
That's
up
a
as the pitch is
curveball.
coming
That's a
across. Babe
bucket.
Ruth did that
Another
too.
home run
Like
on
they're
a breakable ball.
actually moving
That's
towards the
9
pitch
home runs,
with their
slugging over
bodies and their feet
600
and their
versus
swing.
breaking balls. Exit velocity.
It's a lot of you don't like you look at what an orthodox like swinging motion is. Every sort of I mean, like a lot of Japanese batters are completely unorthodox in their approach at the plate, and some of them are just so fantastic at it as well.
They get their hands through the zone. They're
Yep.
really good at getting their hands through the zone. All of them.
Mm-hmm.
But their feet are so different.
Look at that shit. I mean, like you talk about
Greatest of all time.
I'm telling you, unbelievable. He honestly looks like he's just like throwing the bat down there, and he just smacks the shit out of this thing. Whoop! He's going golf and I'm telling you, he'll go down as the greatest. He'll go down as the most iconic baseball player in the history of the sport.
Next comment.
X, I want to hear your thoughts about it.
Oh
We talked
my
about that yesterday.
God.
Leading in home runs, almost leading in strikeouts. The guy's he's a machine. X, I want to hear you talk about it. Do you think he could go down as the most iconic baseball player of all
I
time?
think he's going to go down actually as the man of the people. I think he's going to take the reign from Brady.
Holy shit! Are you serious, X?
Yep.
Hey, X, did you see
Not just
Tom
in
Brady?
the US, he's like multinational kind of deal.
I don't know, X, if you saw Tom Brady hit a drone from like 30, 40 yards away. He had a drone flying.
I haven't seen. I think we need that played up, TJ. Can you keep that one up?
Believe it or not, I don't want to play that one
I
up
haven't
again.
seen that one, dude. I need to see that, man. I think the people need to see that one.
We watched it too many times last time. Oh
Let's
God!
watch it one more time. Come on.
No, Goon Grumpy.
No, sorry.
We're not watching that shit again.
Let's bring up the herpes tree again. That's more important.
Okay, I'll get the herpes
Look,
tree
it
up for you.
says, how
Grumpy.
many times will TJ have to pee during Son X's wedding ceremony?
The infinite amount.
I bet you during the actual ceremony itself, twice.
You know what'll be funny is if because I'm planning on him being my best man at the wedding.
I deny.
He'd be worried that he'd have to go take a piss while he needs to go ahead and break out the rings. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Where's TJ? Bad.
Oh, and then all of a sudden you get the ring and it's a little wet.
Oh, sorry, man.
Just got to wash my hands. Had to put it on my pinky to make sure I didn't lose it.
It fell in the toilet bowl, so I was going to the bathroom. I had to rinse it off.
Or, no, I just peed on it. There you go.
Meeple Parm says, Happy Father's Day, Grump.
Thank you.
JP Grumpy.
You really think Bunting is a bottom six guy? On a good team, he's a bottom six guy. Yes.
Yes, I agree with that. Look at in Toronto. He's a guy who should be bottom six for them, too.
Yeah.
JP disagrees. Ian Malloy says here, do you think the Mets can come back and squeak into the playoffs in Islanders fashion? Nope.
They're
not without significant change. Managerial change is required for that.
I don't know. I mean, it's not like they're a million games out of the playoff. They're just not. But they got to play better. They do have to play better, right? I mean, let's be honest. They have to be better.
Yeah, I agree. And the U.S. Open is great this year. Insane shots were made. Drew L., grumpy old man.
Michael Bunting should be playing baseball. The Yankees need him. They need more lift small, bunt the ball guys.
Lift small, bunt the balls. JP Grumpy.
Should I attempt to answer Goon Goon's rhetorical question regarding whether or not Diane Imus was ever funny? What do you think, Goon? I think we talked about that. My dad thought he was really funny. I thought he was okay. But I was never laughing at Imus. I never laughed at him out loud, ever.
I didn't listen to Don Imus ever.
You didn't even know who Don Imus is.
I just remember your dad always talking about Lord Boomer, the guy who won all the competitions. And he would show me that all the time. He'd be like, oh, yeah, this guy was great. Lord Boomer. And
we're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to talk after the show. X. And anyway, JP says, I don't care if it rains or freezes as long as I've got my plastic Jesus hanging from the dashboard of my car.
There you go.
I don't know if you guys had mentioned the last podcast. Did you see the thing the Athletics did? You probably did mention it.
Yes, we did, but you were not here.
Okay.
Oh,
mother trash. All right.
I mean, it's just the truth. Yeah, we talked about it. We talked about it. We talked about them.
Now his failure is complete.
JP says I can go 100 miles an hour as long as I have my mighty power hanging next to my scented fuzzy dice. There it is. And then Drew L., grumpy old man.
Yeah, I agree with that, Grumpy. I think Bauer is going to be playing in Japan the rest of his career. The NPB treats him like a complete opposite compared to MLB. Absolutely.
And JP Grumpy.
Yes, friends. There's no way we're going to crash with the wee one when his eyes are glued shut upon your dash. Don Imus, a.k.a. the Reverend Billy Saul Hargis.
Oh, gosh. Steve Webb is the best Islander of all time.
Wow. Rob, long time no here. Good to have you back.
Rob! That's right. I forgot. Rob with the exclamation point. Goon Goon Grumpy.
He's saying to JP, I honestly haven't heard much of Mr. Imus, but he strikes me as a chap who people probably thought was funny back in the 70s, but it doesn't hold up well today.
Yes. I would assume that he probably would be cancel culture.
He would absolutely be canceled today. That's why there's no comedy today. There is none. What comics do is they take the social norms and they kind of look at them in a
they try to push the social norms and they try to go ahead and push.
They take social norms and they kind of tip them and expose them a little bit. But you're not allowed to do that now. You're not, unless you're allowed to make fun of some things, but not everything.
Yep.
Drew says Michael DiPietro is greater than Rick DiPietro. Wow, that's a bold statement.
Ziggy Palfy, says Frank.
Yep.
I think Gunnar Henderson is just going through a sophomore slump more so.
This is really his rookie year this year.
Goon Goon Grumpy.
Who do you prefer, Mukbang or Hosang?
Hosang. Yeah. A JP Grump.
Fair enough. He used to attend Islander games and did lines of coke inside the bathrooms. Imus did.
Oh, there he is. Frank Grumpy.
Phil Rizzuto was great, grumpy old man. You're totally right. He with Bobby Mercer and Bill White was gold. Missed those days. Actually, I thought he was better when it was Bill White and Frank Messer. I thought that was when I was young. I thought they were really, really good today. Frank Messer with Bill White and Phil Rizzuto.
Andrew L.
Looks like TJ has Grumpy's face tattooed on his chest.
Are you saying my skin color is as white as this T-shirt? Is that what you're saying, Andrew L?
All he said was,
"This is my skin."
All he said was, "Looks like TJ has Grumpy's face tattooed on his chest." That's what he said. I don't know why you're trying to read anything else into it. Drew says, TJ, I messed up. I forgot Daniel Friedman was going to be on, and I couldn't send him the Sonic memes. I got caught up at a friend's early birthday party. I assume he's not going back until like October. He's not going to be back. It'll be a while.
Come back. Yeah, it'll be a while. Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say, he just based off of what history is dictated, it'll probably be, a few months until we see him again, probably right before the season starts or something like that, or during the season. But yeah, that's right. Little Sonic the Hedgehog himself. Andrew L said, put that damn video on.
We're going to have to show the warden these comments and say, you got to give the people what they want.
The warden says that video cannot be shown until she retires.
Or gets fired. So we need to just start putting messages to her job.
Cancel the warden. Here you go. The next comment, Grumpy.
Agree, grumpy old man. Agendas are like assholes. They should stick them where the sun, and I don't mean Sun X, LOL.
No! Stick them where the Sun X don't shine. That's right. Got here, Drew L, grumpy old man.
Speaking of disabled people, TJ, I sent you the memes, and no, it's not offensive.
I don't know why he's like, speaking of disabled people, check and look at the memes I sent you. Grumpy, next one here.
Google says, this wearing silly hats after homers for the birds, but I guess it's better than when that moron A-Rod would hit teammates in the face with shaving cream pie. I liked A-Rod. I always liked A-Rod.
What if
A-Rod's biggest problem is that he had a need to be liked. And I think it came from that his father left at an early age. And I think he was always looking for someone's approval. Always. I think he still does. I like A-Rod. I feel bad for people like that. What a Film says, have my son over. Very good. Congratulations. Now it's time for my Father's Day special. Burgers, fries, and ice cream. Man, that sounds freaking good.
That sounds really
freaking good.
Yep.
And just eat before the podcast, man. I'd be jonesing for some of that too.
What kind of ice cream? That's the question.
Dude, I went to a Whataburger and I waited last night. An hour and 45 fucking minutes for a Whataburger.
Fast food?
For fast fucking food. That's correct.
Why don't you just walk out and be like, I want my money back?
I was in line. I was sitting in line. It wasn't like I was walking in. You're acting like
was the line halfway down the block?
Into the street, X. I called up Grumpy.
Why would you have still stayed?
Because Paige wanted one, X. What do you want me to tell you, huh?
I would have said tough shit. We're coming in another time.
She said to TJ numerous times, because I was on the phone with him for an hour of that hour and 45 minutes. And she said, if you just get off the line, then just get off the line.
Oh, you know how that shit goes. When a lady's like, oh, you could just get off the line. Come on, Grump. Come on.
I'm just saying.
Drew L, grumpy old man.
I guess you can say Ricky Fowler had quite the rough day.
That he did.
Couldn't keep his shots in the fairway.
Frank says, nice. It's all about the memories.
Yep, very true.
JP, grumpy.
Then why did he play with Matthews? He is an elite, but he has more skill in skating drive than bottom six guys. I think he'd round out the line with Horvat and Barzal. We need somebody more talented to play with those two guys. He's the third guy on a wing with Matthews and, whoever else is on that line. Two elite players and somebody who's got to do the dirty work.
Gungun says Zygmunt Palffy or Ziggy Stardust.
Ziggy Stardust.
Who the hell is Ziggy Stardust?
Look up Ziggy Stardust. David Bowie was Ziggy Stardust.
Okay.
That's who David Bowie is.
You know who David Bowie is, TJ?
He's a singer, right?
Can you name one song?
White Wedding, right?
No, wrong. Thanks for playing.
Wasn't that Blue Oyster Clan or Blue Oyster Cult?
No. What? Damn.
Yeah.
No.
This making you happy, Grumpy? All the failures
just
we've got here?
incompetent.
He was in the movie Labyrinth. David Bowie was.
Okay. David Bowie, he was an actor, but he was a singer first in 4 months. China Girl, Let's Dance.
Let's dance. Dun, 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 dun.
Put on the red shoes and dance. Yeah.
White Wedding was Billy Idol.
Oh, Billy Idol. Close enough.
Billy Idol. Yeah, that's right.
You said Blue Oyster Cult. How about Don't Fear the Reaper?
That's what I meant. That was the song I was
Oh,
thinking.
it wasn't. That was
You're close enough.
Frank Messer was a pro's pro, no doubt. Yeah, I like Frank Messer.
Drew L, Grumpy.
By the way, the Reds made history today. They're the first team to win 8 games in a row. Well, it's the first time in their history that they've won 8 games in a row since 2012. Reds are going to be freaking good. Reds are going to be good. Their minor league, you're seeing some of those minor leaguers come up like McLean and De La Cruz, and they're going to be freaking good. And Steer, they're going to be really freaking good. They got to get better pitching, but everyone's coming up at the same time. They're a team to watch out for.
Speaking of the devil.
That is a fair ball glove on a bounce foot race head first.
How the hell
That kid
Jose-
can run. That kid can run.
He's really freaking fast.
He is super fast.
What an electric play on an
Jose
infield hit.
Abreu, dive fucking head first with your glove
How did
and
he
tap
do
the
that?
bag,
Oh,
you
that
freaking
kid
non-selling out
can
piece of
run.
shit.
That
You're robbing
kid
of
can
one
beat
tool
feet.
because you make a great
He
play.
can
that
really
does
He can
it
beat
diving
feet.
on that
That's
hot
right.
What the
shot
fuck that
goes right
means.
down the first base line. But then there's another part of the play.
Look at this shit.
Well,
What? He's trying to slide in, dive with your fucking. Why are you having to change momentum to lie? The freaking slide back, dive in with your hand, you stupid piece of shit.
He was never getting there. He was never getting
Really?
there.
Really?
That kid-
Because guess what? If he fucking dove and put his hand on there, he hits the bag instead of trying to dive with his foot like a fucking idiot.
He beat the pitcher by 4 feet.
Okay,
On that
look
ball.
at where he's diving with his foot. His foot's about to touch the bag, but De La Cruz has his hand on it. If you dive with your hand forward, you keep your momentum so you don't have to slide into it, and you dive head first, you touch it with the bag, he's out. But Jose Abreu, just like this season, couldn't bat for shit, can't put the bat on the ball, can't make simple fielding plays.
You're burying the lead here. That kid is tremendous.
I'm not saying he's not, but
He's
what a shitty play
19
at
years
first.
old. He's 19 years old.
What a shitty play at first. Both can be true, Grump.
Oh my God.
What do you mean? Oh my God.
It's the
Both can be
kid.
true.
It's not like he was loafing over there. He was going. The other kid has electric speed.
He's really fast.
Electric speed. I mean,
I
he's
don't
got
know.
to get up. I mean, and he's hoofing it.
How the hell?
You
Do
don't
you get
realize how
beat?
much. You don't realize how much ground this kid only took 2 more steps and he was at first base.
Look at him. Isn't it crazy? Do you see De La Cruz sliding foot first, or is he sliding hand first because it's going to help him get to the base first?
He's
Maybe Jose
running.
Abreu should take notes.
Oh, dude, you don't get it. You don't get it.
X, what's quicker? If you slide in with your foot or you slide in with your hand, what's going to get you the bag quicker?
He'd have to jump in the air to try to get there before him.
Head first would get you there quicker, but I'm going to let you know one thing he was not beating. the Cruz kid.
No way. No way. Look at where he started. I mean, my God, he never would have got even in diving position going head first. The guy can fly.
Okay, look at this. He's got forward. Look at this. Forward
so he should
lean,
be diving
forward
to the bag
lean.
now.
Look.
He doesn't know that the kid's going to dive.
Okay, now I'm gonna start.
But it's too
now I'm
late
gonna
now.
start going ahead and freaking change momentum to lie on my back to try to
So you
slide
think
in
he
my
should be
foot.
You're crazy.
Yes, you
You're
should
crazy.
dive in freaking head first. Sell out for the team, you
He
piece
would've
of shit.
Okay, he never would have made it. He never would have made it. You don't understand how fast this kid is. You
You don't understand. TJ.
You have no idea how fast he is.
Okay.
You've never had speed like that. So you
Oh wow!
Nice comment here.
Matter of
Grumpy.
fact, you couldn't even fall out of a plane faster than he can run.
Oh, okay. Nice comment here, Grumpy.
I highly doubt anybody from the Warden's work environment is watching the TJ and the Grumpy Old Man show. You are 100% correct there.
Right.
100%.
Speaking about baseball
Now,
games,
Son X, what do you think would happen if that video got posted?
It would go viral on the internet for sure.
triple viral.
Now, he showed something about some video today that he showed me about replenish. And he says, you feel ours is better than that?
Yes.
It is.
Oh my God, yes.
It absolutely is. And here's the thing. He said there were certain things would be clipped out of that for certain. And it's not long, but it's just hilarious. And how many views did the replenish video have?
I think it had
800
likes. It had 875,000 with 22,000 comments. It had 875,000 likes. That's not just views on the video. That's just likes. Yeah.
What do you think would happen with this video? You think 1 million?
Well, we'd have way over 1 million views.
Okay.
We'd bringing you out on actually, we'd probably be brought out on Dr. Phil because he'd be out trying to go through and help out our family issues.
I want to watch. Okay. Speaking of this, I want to watch this. Speaking about who's going to have to make a visit to Dr. Phil, I think this family at this baseball game for Father's Day is going to have to make a trip to Dr. Phil. So you've got here Good Samaritan who caught the ball, right? So to go ahead and hand it to a kid because that's what you do right in the baseball game. You got no reason to keep the ball. You get to the little kid here. He makes a memory and watch what transpires, Grumpy.
It's never to be forgotten. So look at this. Oh, sick.
Look at this.
Did you see Big
The
Bro?
kid- his brother starts
He is
crying and
beside
getting pissed
himself.
off, throwing shit. He's over there on his phone. Dad's like,
I'm going to tell you what would have happened if this
It's
was
never
our
to be
family
forgotten. So
back
look
in
at
the
this.
day.
Oh, sick.
And let's say Son X did that. TJ would have jumped
Did you
over and
see
started
Big Bro?
punching Son X.
No,
He is
I would have
beside
jumped
himself.
over and started swinging my body
Oh,
into his
I
stairs
feel it. I
because
feel
I
that
couldn't hold on
pain.
to the ball correctly.
That's right. Yes.
look at the kid crying and look at the girls. Look at the people who are sitting in front of them. They just cannot stop laughing.
They're like,
These people right here, they cannot stop
He is
chuckling over here.
beside
This kid right here is like
Oh,
about to have a
I can-
full-on
I feel it.
meltdown.
I feel that pain.
And the kid over here is just playing on his fucking phone. He
Never
gets
to
the
be
ball.
forgotten.
He says,
So look
watch
at
this one.
Oh, sick.
Whoop. See you later.
Oh, did you see Big Bro? Oh, no. He is beside
Oh, my
himself.
God. I tell you. I figured you'd get a kick out of it.
crying. He's crying. It's like, oh my God. Now I got to go to the souvenir stand and buy him a freaking baseball.
Whoop.
No. Oh, jeez.
And he's like, God. He's like, Jesus
It's
Christ.
like, I
Everyone's
told you
laughing.
you'd do that.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's okay.
Oh, boy, that's a good one. Let me ask you this. You know what? You know who's going to feel shitty too? It's the Good Samaritan who gave the ball to this fucking kid.
It's like,
Who
well,
then
damn, I
proceeded
could've
to
done that.
launch that thing onto the fucking field. He's like, if I would have known you would have done that, I just would have kept the ball for myself.
You know what? I disagree.
Hold
I
on.
think, you know what? He did the right thing. He's like, whatever.
Are you telling me if you gave a ball to a kid and he proceeded to chuck that thing back on the field, you wouldn't say, looking back, I'm like, damn, I just should have kept that?
Why do I feel like Grumpy would be the kind of person if he caught a ball and saw the kids there, he would go woohoo and celebrate with the ball in front of them and make them feel like absolute shit.
That's
That
100%
is
not
what
true.
Grumpy, that's what Grumpy would do.
That is
100%
exactly what
not
Grumpy
true.
would do.
I've done that before. I've given the ball to the kid. And you know what? If he determines to throw it, whatever he wants to do, that's on him. As I'm driving home, like, man, that kid was freaking stupid. I might say that, but I wouldn't
Grumpy
do
would
the
be
same thing.
fuming over that shit for the entire. I can't believe I gave him a fucking ball. He just threw it on the back on the diamond. Just threw it out there in the field.
No,
I think you would pull out the classic, what the fuck, bro?
What the fuck, bro?
Oh yeah, Grump. Yeah, very tolerant. Grumpy is. Frank.
Man, I can't remember him. I'll have to YouTube. I'm sure I know him, but I was young back and living in the shitty Mount Vernon, aka Bronx North. Oh, I don't know what he's talking about.
Drew L.
I know the solution. Why don't fast food restaurants just serve like 4 items like they did back during your Grumpy's day? Absolutely. Hamburgers, French fries, drink. That's it.
But
All you need. You don't need anything else. You don't need chicken nuggets. You don't need chicken tenders. In and out.
Fucking Albert.
Frank says, TJ, buy some meat and make your own. How could you wait that long? They aren't Salt Bay, LOL.
Okay. Who is Salt Bay, Grump?
I have no idea.
Oh my God, Grumpy.
God, Grump. Do you know? Okay. Did you ever see the videos that circulated?
No.
Of the fuck.
He's a lost cause. Next comment.
Are these like TikTok videos?
No.
No.
He's
Oh,
lost
okay.
cause. Next comment.
Put this up. I'll pull up a video of Salt Bay for Grumpy. Grumpy, next comment here.
Okay, I don't know where we are, but let's see if I can find it. Here we go.
Is that not popping up on screen for you where it
Oh, I'm
says
sorry.
Drew says,
I'm
I
sorry.
know that
Let's
solution?
play-
Are you not looking and paying attention, Grumpy?
We already read this one, TJ.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we already read that. Incompetent
Mitchell.
bastard.
Mitchell, we already read this one.
You know what? As I'm trying to bounce between everything else, sorry, not everything's going to go
Next
perfect.
We already read that one too. We read that one too.
There we go.
Gugu says,
You read this one, you son of a bitch?
Grumpy,
He didn't.
who do you think would have enjoyed living on Long Island more, TJ or Son X? Son X probably, because they like a lot of music there, stuff like that. TJ just be useless, pretty much, just like now.
Wedding is Billy Idol, David Bowie, a great songwriter. Laughing my ass off. White Wedding.
Rob says, no disrespect, TJ, but how do you keep saying a player will be remembered forever when your recollections top out at 20 years ago?
Rob, I know, Rob. I remember some of the all-time greats, but hey, if you're not an all-time great, I'm not
I
going
don't
to
know
remember
any
you.
of them. JP
JP.
says, astronomy, don't fear the reaper, dominance and submission, burning for you. Blue Oyster Cult, great Long Island band. That's right. They were good.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking
do.
forward
I don't
to
know what
this.
we're listening to, but it sounds like a commercial.
Oh,
Okay, Grumpy, because I'm getting a Salt Bay video pulled up for you, okay?
Google
you
says, TJ, play Bowie's Let's Dance. So Grumpy and Son
Might
X
as well get that one loaded up as well.
Okay, I'll get that loaded up next, all right? This is who Salt Bay is, Grumpy.
It's a guy. What the fuck is this?
Just watch.
Unless he puts the damn meat back together and on the bone, I don't give a shit what he's doing.
He's cutting it down. Watch, Grumpy.
He's got a really sharp knife. Okay, I'll give him that. That's it.
That's what he does. That right there. That's why they call him Salt Bay. Did you see what he did, Grumpy?
Yeah, I saw what he does. Like I said, once again, I'll tell you what. How many views does that video have?
A lot.
How many?
A fuck ton, Grump. It's a meme.
Okay, here's the thing. Our video could have 40 billion views.
40 billion. Let's test that.
If
theory.
this piece of shit has more than 10 views, ours is going to get 40 billion.
40 billion.
Grumpy
People in
not
China-
overselling this
people in
at
China
all.
will know the grumpy old man.
How many views do you think your videos can get? 40 billion trillion.
Do you think, Grumpy, do you think for Halloween people are going to dress up as the grumpy old man and the warden? Is that's what they're going to do? Is that what they're going to do? Because that's how popular this video is going to be?
You know what? I will say on that video, when you have someone who's really stupid, they're going to dress up as TJ.
Oh, God.
I
Okay,
think-
here you go. That's that. No more music ever played on the show again.
That's funny. Not only do we do sports, which seems like we're doing less and less of all the time, but we're doing more.
Well, ever
music.
since you've integrated X in, who doesn't watch enough
I wanna
sports,
be honest.
we do less and less sports. What a
It's
shock.
kind of a dead period in sports.
We talked about that on Thursday too. Thanks for playing.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. Not only did you not fucking tune into the show and be a guest on the show, you didn't even
I was
fucking watch
sleeping.
the show.
I was
Didn't even-
sleeping. I was
You
sleeping.
should have been listening to it Friday.
You could have listened to it Friday or Saturday, X. You had all day those days. You could have listened to it when we were doing the Islanders Never Say Die podcast, X, because you don't listen to that.
Here's the thing. I can't believe we put music on here because TJ knows nothing about music. I mean, nothing.
JP, Grumpy.
I don't know if you're aware of it, X. TJ could not name all the Beatles.
I don't even know if I can name all the Beatles.
No! Jeez, man. Shit.
I'm trying. Ringo Starr is one of them. Paul McCartney, George. Is that another one? And then there's one more.
The guy who was killed, who was murdered.
God, he's got the glasses.
Lennon.
John Lennon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck, X. Fuck.
Okay, you were just as bad, if not worse.
What
TJ
can I
actually
say?
had it. TJ had it pulled up, and he read the names wrong.
No, I didn't. Stop. No, I didn't. Please, bullshit.
Read
that
song.
Did you do your assignment, Grumpy? Did you read that comment by JP or no? Oh, put that back on screen. I'm trying to keep it on target.
We already read this one.
All righty. Modern Love is my jam, says JP. And a great song for sure. Life on Mars is great too. Yeah, epic. Frank says, TJ, you called him a piece of shit. A little strong, no? And that's coming from me. Yeah. Fuck Jose Abreu. What can I say? Drew L., grumpy old man.
Not going to lie. I'm contemplating on dropping Sandy Alcantara. He's been bloody dreadful. Drew, I'll trade for him instead of dropping him. Don't do that.
I'll trade for him, Drew. Drew, I offered you a trade. What the hell? Drew L. also says, yeah, that's right, TJ. Fuck them kids, man. Yep. Frank, grumpy.
Yeah, it's cute. And at the same time, you want to smack the little effer. If my little brother did that when we were kids, and guess what? He wouldn't have thought to do that.
Oh, God. Drew L., grumpy old man.
Ayo. Bounce between what, TJ?
What? Oh.
Is it AO bounce between
what, TJ?
Oh, I'm bouncing between everything I got. I'm juggling over here. Andrew L. says, Whataburger heard TJ was in line, and they had to put in a product order, and that's why it took so long.
Wow, shit.
Damn.
What? How much did you eat at Whataburger? Can I
just got a fucking sandwich, and I wasn't really that hungry. But when I waited an hour and a half,
I wasn't hungry. It was 2:30 in the morning. I
Let me
wasn't
put you
hungry,
this:
but
I would not be. I will not be going back.
Burger.
I will not be going.
He said he had one burger, but there was actually like 60 patties on that one burger. So.
I will not be going back to Whataburger ever again. No use.
After waited an hour and 45 minutes for fast food, yeah, I probably wouldn't go back there either.
The shakes were shitty, and I mean, like the food was okay. I don't know, not high on the list.
Shake Shack. That's where it's.
Joel said, "Actually, hold up, TJ. I'm going to send you a revised meme. Don't check them out just yet." Okay, and yeah, Yankees fans on YouTube are already going into their glorious rants. They've lost their damn minds. Andrew L., grumpy old man.
I bet the plate video gets more views than Brady hitting a drone, and not because Grumpy's been watching. Not because Grumpy has been watching nonstop since the last podcast.
Yes, I was about to say, Grumpy has. I think Grumpy, if you looked at it, if it's got like 3 million views, that drone video, Grumpy has about 2.9 million of those views.
I'm going to tell you something about the plate video. Every time that it's watched, every single time, everyone laughs. Even though they've seen it 100 times, they laugh at the same spots every single time.
What spot is that, Grumpy?
Well, when the warden says things, and a couple of things that I say.
What things? What things?
We can't say it, X. Don't ruin the video.
Yeah, we're not going to ruin the video.
Why would we ruin the video?
Even today, the warden laughed at one spot.
Rob, Grumpy.
Not for nothing, but it's very cool to see a dad and his kids having a good time on Father's Day. Kudos, gentlemen.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it. Goon says here, was Lou Lamoriello a young man when the Fab Four was formed? Yes, I'm sure he was.
He was, yeah, but he was like 20. I mean, so is that a young man?
When did the Fab Four take place?
The Beatles, when they were popular, like in the early 60s, he was probably 20.
Holy
I mean, think
shit.
about that. He was out of his teens, 20. He probably hated the Beatles.
Is they good? They produced?
On the fangled rock and roll music. Don't like that.
Drew
Lou
L.
Lamoriello. He was bald even back then.
I offered you a trade a while ago. Oh my God! What are you
Drew,
juggling?
let me tell you something. If he offers you a
God.
trade, run it by me first because he's notorious. He's terrible as a trading partner. Terrible.
Oh, stop! Please stop.
I'll
Anyway,
help you, Drew. I'll help you. Even if
yeah,
you don't
okay.
trade with me, I'll help you. Don't worry.
Okay, I don't care. We're done with talking fantasy sports. It was just a quick aside.
It's 'cause
Grumpy
your
double
team
down.
sucks. That's why.
Okay, here you go, Grumpy.
Here we go.
Justin Fields is reportedly miles ahead of where he was last year at the conclusion of minicamp. One NFL scout recently said he would be shocked if Justin Fields isn't an MVP candidate. Holy shit. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
No freaking way is he winning or is going to be a candidate for MVP this year. No way. No way. It's not happening.
For me, and he might be. I mean, this is his third year, right? Third year in the league.
Yes.
He's having 3 different offensive coordinators, which is not good. Could he be better than last year and miles ahead of where he was last year at the conclusion of minicamp? Absolutely, he could be. As a part of being an MVP candidate, I don't think he has enough talent around him throwing the ball. He has a chance to be statistically better than Trevor Lawrence, it said. Trevor Lawrence is going to have – they got Christian Kirk, who's a good number 2, Calvin Ridley, who can be number 1 there. I just don't think that Chicago has enough talent around him right now. If you have nothing to throw to, and unless your name is Tom Brady, you can't make chicken salad out of chicken, you know what.
Well, here's my thing. He's going to have to compete against Patrick Mahomes and a motivated Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think that matters. So he doesn't have the weapons to make a true Jalen Hurts.
I can have a brain aneurysm. Justin Fields blows. He is a shitty, and I mean shitty quarterback.
He's a runner.
He can't hit a 15-yard out. He can't hit a fucking bucking hook.
Okay.
The guy blows.
If they had
unless he's running for 5,000 yards on his feet, he's not sniffing any MVP. Unless he's running for 5,000 yards a season, no chance.
If they had more talent around him, I think he could be a Jalen Hurts type. I'm not saying as successful, but that type of player just based on his skill set. I just don't think that they have enough weapons around him for him to be a true MVP caliber performer this year.
Okay, think about Jalen Hurts. Oh, man, Jalen Hurts pretty good. Okay, they had a pretty decent back in Miles Sanders. They had A.J. Brown. They have Devontae Smith. They've got wide receiver and tight end weapons out the ass. They have a fantastic defense and a great offensive line. So for Justin Fields, I guess they need to get a good offensive line. They need to get a decent running back. They need to get some wide receivers. They need to get tight ends. They need to fortify the defense. Wow, they're only just about the entire team's worth from having the ability to play kind of like Jalen Hurts does.
Isn't that what I just said?
You said maybe a few pieces. No, the entire fucking team, Grump.
I just said he doesn't have the weapons around him for him to be an MVP candidate.
That other quarterbacks have, yeah.
That's all I said. But I could see him playing a Jalen Hurts type role with his ability to run as well as incorporating. I don't think he's the most accurate guy in the world. I think he's better talent-wise probably than Jalen Hurts, but he has nothing to work with, and being on 3 offensive coordinators in 3 years is also not conducive to success. But maybe this guy finally clicks for him. I just don't think he'll be an MVP candidate this year.
Now, do you know who this is up on screen?
Jordan Love.
That's correct, X. That's correct. Let's listen to what Jordan Love had to say in
doesn't
honor
take
of
long.
Father's Day.
It doesn't take long.
Yes. Let's see what he has to say in honor of Father's Day. He has deleted this tweet, but we'll listen to it.
Happy Father's Day to all the Bears fans out there. Go Pack Go. Happy Father's Day to all the Bears fans out there. Go Pack Go.
So you have a guy who's been a career backup, and again, just trying to make a little funny video, but he says, happy Father's Day to all the Bears fans out there, like he's their daddy or something like that. The motherfucker's never played a damn snap. Never played a meaningful snap in his entire career.
Happy Father's Day to all the Bears fans out there. So it's almost like he's the son of the Bears.
That's
So
what
maybe
he came off as.
Maybe he messed it up.
I think he messed it up.
He did mess it up.
That's because he can't do anything. I mean, it didn't. Yes, but you know what he was trying to say, like, oh,
yes, like he's their dad. Yeah,
like Rodgers did a few years ago.
Yes, something like that. Except here's the thing: what Rodgers did. Rodgers has actually played in the league, had a few MVP trophies, had a Super Bowl, and Jordan Love has been a career backup who has not played a meaningful down in his career yet. So I don't know. I saw that and like, ugh, that's one of those that teams don't forget about stupid shit like that when you do dumb shit. We talked about that before. What type of benefit does it do to say something stupid like that on social media and to stir up where another team is going to be? Guess what? When you play the Bears twice this year, guess what they're going to be running over and over and over again? The cocky, conceited asshole who's over there thinks he owns us, and he owns the Bears over here. And, you know, fucking take liberties and take this son of a bitch out of the game.
I don't think the Bears aren't good enough. I don't think the Packers are good enough. The NFC's down this year. They were down last year. I mean, I'd be stunned if the Eagles don't make it back to the Super Bowl. Stunned.
Agreed.
I mean, can you name another team that can compete with them, really? I mean, maybe the 49ers, but Brock Purdy.
Who knows how good Brock Purdy's going to be? That's the thing.
I mean, here's the thing. The bloom's coming off of that rose. The 49ers are a good team. I don't think Brock Purdy's that great. Not yet. Not yet. Long way to go.
We got somebody who sent us a submission, Grumpy, to watch something, and
in the major
I think
leagues.
there is hope still for the Mets.
I was the second man in the history of the National League to hit 50 home runs. Now it's almost commonplace.
Millage to center field and deep. Wills going back, looking up, and it's out of here.
A Lastings Millage home run, Grumpy.
Lastings
Look at there.
Millage with
How
his
lucky
third
are we? Anytime
home
we get a
run.
show where we get to see a Lastings Millage
Over
home
the
run,
center
that's always
field
great, isn't it,
fence, and
Grump?
it's 5-0 New York.
We'll run out of playing those pretty soon.
So keep them coming, guys. We got plenty of Lastings Millage
Well, I
home
don't know
runs
how
to
many
continue
more
to run
days
through.
Lastings Millage
Third
has
homer of the
before Cliff
season.
Floyd is ready to send it back
Lastings
to the
Millage to
minors,
dead
but
center.
that was
Oh,
crushed.
Yeah, Paul LaDuca.
The center field area is 400 feet away from home
Was that
plate.
No one gave him a high five.
I
No
said
one.
you have 2 or 3 more videos left, and then he's done.
Yeah,
Paul.
and look at yours. You know, this is based off his batting stance, Grumpy.
Who is it?
Feet away from home
It's
plate.
Jose
and
Reyes.
This ball was really hit hard. Over 400 feet to center field.
And into the glove of Gloss.
He did what he does best.
I caught
He
it.
hit out.
He
Why
certainly
not?
didn't look at
There's
it,
Carlos Delgado
but it went in his
there.
glove anyway.
Yeah, looky
This
there.
is when you were a kid. This is when you liked the Mets.
But last
Back when the Mets were actually enjoyable to watch.
Back
Yeah.
when you were spending $60 on Lastings Millage rookie card.
Oh, $60 on Lastings Millage cards. Hey, X, do you remember that when he bought that card?
Yeah, it's an investment he'll never get back.
He does a lot of that. A lot of those investments are not paying off.
Oh man, let's look up here. Drew sent us a revised one. Hold on a second.
I remember where TJ got
Oh,
that.
shit.
Too. It was at AAA Collectibles. I remember that.
AAA collectibles, and I'm like, don't do it. Don't do it.
I could see where he got the hype. I mean, he was a young prospect, and he liked them. I mean, he didn't end
So
up being an out, but it is what it is.
It was never worth $60 ever.
do you remember
Ever.
Fernando Tatis Jr.?
Yes.
Who the hell was the guy? Who was the Mets prospect? The outfielder, left fielder, Fernando something. Remember?
No.
Oh, I know the other Mets fans. Who the hell was? He was a highly regarded prospect for the Mets. I'm trying to remember the last guy I got excited about the outfield wise. Now, I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but they are now allowing sports betting and gambling on the Special Olympics.
Oh my God.
I'm not
please.
even kidding you. This is true. So
Oh,
you can
So
bet
the
through
year is
sports.
now actually like a legitimate thing.
Yes, you can gamble on like sports AG. Do you remember Grumpy? I'm gonna need your attention for this.
I'm listening.
So when we had started with the Hockey Podcast Network, there was a gambling site that we ran ads for, sportsbet.ag or something like that. They are the company that's going to allow you to bet on the Special Olympics.
Is Johnny Knoxville going to be the spokesperson for this? That would be too good. Oh my God, that would be great. I would honestly just throw down a bet just because.
I tell you, yikes. Yeah, I don't know where you've got to be. Here's the thing, though. A lot of people who gamble are degenerates, so Special Olympics is not a step too far for them.
Unbelievable.
Here's a little clip, Grumpy. It says Pete Rose, Calvin Ridley, and Jamison Williams now that they can gamble in the Special Olympics.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on!
There it is. They're getting excited, Grump. Well, that's good. Oh, shit. And here's one. This look of Phil, I'll be honest with you. This is, you want to know why Phil is more of a menace to the fan base than than we hooping? Look at that look that Phil's Fax has there on the left.
I thought it was Phil was on the right.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Does he need TP for his bunghole?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Lou was a young man when the wheel was invented.
Lou was actually there when they invented dirt.
JP Grumpy.
In 1964, the Beatles came to America. Yeah, but they were before then. I mean, they released some albums before then. 2, I think.
Drew L. Grump.
By the way, off topic, but can I say that Adam Silver is one soft-ass MFer. John Morant got another slap on the wrist, 25 games. Really? I should be the NBA commissioner. David Stern is rolling over in his grave right now.
Yeah, John Morant just released his shoe with Nike, and I was wondering if it comes with a Glock and a holster as well.
Oh, good one, X.
Here's the thing. I'm not for him doing dumb shit like that, but really a 25-game suspension? Are we serious? Why the hell is he getting suspended 25 games?
Because it's not the first time with him.
Don't care.
You asked me why, I'm telling you.
Unless it's like, hey, that's an illegal firearm you've got. I don't really give a shit. I don't think he should be. Here's the thing. He himself and like his brand, his agent, his persona, his image, he shouldn't be toting around guns and trying to flash them in videos like, yeah, we've got guns, because it's bad for his brand. But other than that, if he's not doing anything illegal, I don't give a shit.
The thing was, he honestly should have been suspended for the full season the first time he had the gun because, A, he brought it on you can't have it in team facilities, and he brought it on the team plane because he had it during an away game. So he should have already been suspended the entire season, and they did nothing there. And they see him again flashing the same gun around on IG Live, and they're like, yeah, no, we're not going to let this shit slide, dude. Like, we literally told you not to do this, and you're doing it again.
The first time he should have been suspended, but the second time it was in a vehicle, right? You shouldn't be flashing a gun around in the vehicle, but it was in a vehicle, not on premises. I assume he has legal rights to carry that gun. He probably has a concealed carry. It wasn't concealed.
That's my point. Yeah, I mean, even if you
here's
have rights to concealed carry, you can't be flashing a gun around in the car.
Yes, I don't know. A 25-game suspension for that? Yeah, I don't know.
He's already been suspended a full season.
Yeah. Here you go, Grumpy. Drew L.
Drew L says, all right, Grumpy, when the podcast ends, I'll trade Sandy to you. Okay, great. Thanks. If the price is right.
Drew L.
The price is right. All Justin Fields is a good fantasy quarterback, and that's it.
And TJ, no, Miles Sanders is dog shit. I think he's an average back. He's an average running back. He had one good season in the contract year. That's it. Yeah, he's an average running back. Best case scenario, average back.
I think he's better than average back. His issues have been that he's injury prone.
That's right, Rob. Fernando Martinez. Thank you. I could not remember who the hell his name was. I kept on saying Fernando Tatis Jr., but Fernando Martinez was the old Mets prospect that flamed out as an outfielder.
Grumpy, I remember a Yankees prospect that you were very hot on and got some of his stuff when he was younger. Jesus Montero.
I didn't get any Jesus Montero stuff.
You
got a lot of Jabba Chamberlain shit that didn't turn out either.
Did. You got a couple of signed cards from Jesus Montero. You absolutely did, Grump.
I don't think I got. I don't think I actually ever wound up purchasing him because I'm cheap.
No, you did. We'll find him. I'll find him when we go back.
Frank Grumpy.
Guys, are you nervous like me? I was holding out hope Lou was going to hire a new GM from Vegas or Florida. Lou isn't. All of a start and make good trades at his age. I'm scared he'll ruin the team. He's already ruined the team.
Yeah, he's not hiring another general manager. He is the general manager. He came out and said he was going to be the general manager. So we're stuck with Lou for the next year, Frank, and it's just more suffering, I feel.
Yep.
Drew L. Grumpy old man.
I was thinking Jordan Love was coming from the perspective of the Packers team when he said Happy Father's Day, as if the Packers are the Bears' father. That's how I interpreted it. Okay, that's possible.
long story short, I'm just like a guy like that who is a career backup to this point should just keep his mouth shut. That's one thing I will say. Michael Jordan is selling his majority ownership in the Charlotte Hornets, Grump and X. What are your thoughts?
I'll lead off on this. Ecstatic. He's done absolutely nothing for the team. He won't put any money into the team. Hopefully now with new ownership, they'll actually go out, try and sign some bigger name guys and try and develop the team.
He's signed bigger name guys in the past.
No,
you forget. Okay,
no,
he signed Al Horford. He signed Gordon Hayward. You're wrong.
Gordon Hayward, after he broke his leg and was washed up from the Celtics.
I don't think
he's not good years for them. You're wrong, X.
I think Gordon Hayward was the biggest guy he signed.
He has okay. You have to convince people.
Washed up Kemba. Well, sorry, they traded away Kemba Walker. Who was it that they signed from? Who was it? God, point guard. I'm trying to think of who they signed. Who was towards the end of his career. They really haven't done anything to develop this team at all.
He doesn't spend money. He doesn't spend money. The first thing I look at his pictures now, he looks horrible. He looks like a guy who's there's something physically wrong with him. And he just looks horrible.
Hold on. Why do you think he looks horrible? These are not two endearing pictures of him. These are not pictures that are supposed to make him look good. It's supposed to make him look distressed, Grumpy.
Well, he looks like the bags under his eyes. I'm telling you. All right, he's selling everything. Everything. The G League team, the TV contract, the stadium, all that stuff. He's like getting out.
Sure. Do you blame him?
Okay. Does he need the money?
No. Because he's Jordan Brand, which brings him in like billion or millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars every single year.
He doesn't need the money.
He doesn't look good.
Okay, maybe he doesn't look good, but guess what?
Here's the thing. The Panthers will be the Hornets will be better without him. He's done nothing. He's done nothing. I always thought he should be out there. He should be like John Ledecky for the Islanders. He should be out there every game, glad handing the fans.
Yes, because he's loved. He's beloved in North Carolina.
Absolutely.
Playing at University of North Carolina and now owning the team. He is beloved in that state. Everybody loves Michael Jordan. But J. Cole is part of that group who's going to buy the majority stake in the Hornets from Michael Jordan there.
Okay.
He's from North Carolina also, J.
I don't know who this goof is.
Rapper.
But anybody who dresses in an outfit like that, your team's in trouble if he's your owner.
Hold on. He sung a song that Mariah Carey, or who the hell is that? Paula Abdul tried to take from him. She tried to steal a song from him, Grumpy.
What do I care? What does it have to do about running a basketball team?
Oh, hold on. He's a really good artist, but Mariah Carey, I'm shocked.
What does it have to do?
You said you don't know who
he is. Team.
You said you don't know who he is. I'm trying to.
I don't care. I said anybody who dresses like that and owns your team's in trouble. That's what I said.
No, Grumpy, stop. I'll put it up here. Mariah Carey or Paula Abdul tried to steal his song, Grumpy. This is why you know him.
Tell me, do you really want to love me forever? Or is it just a hit and run?
Does this sound familiar, Grumpy?
Somebody else.
If I'm see you again.
Can we stop that?
This girl, I can't be your man.
Do you not remember that song, Grump?
No.
I was trying to wait till it got okay.
I listened to a few words. He stole that from somebody else.
He stole it
from Paul Abdul, son of a bitch. I'm trying to set you up to get you pissed off, but you weren't even fucking entertaining or paying attention. He stole the song from Paula Abdul, and I was trying to get you fired up, but you were not fucking paying attention. It's tough when you're fucking doing something else when I'm trying to get you.
Well, maybe I just have absolutely zero interest in that guy singing song. Could it be that possibly? Or is that not even entered your little brain as a realm of possibility?
You could not get over the way that he was dressed. So your brain couldn't fucking evacuate that thought.
All I said was,
he's dressed like a fool. The team's in trouble.
If your owner dresses like that, your team's in trouble.
Grump, when your owner dresses like that, your team's in trouble. Right, Grumpy?
He's a part owner of the team. He's not the official owner of the team.
He must be the worst part.
Fuck.
You imagine
Probably
if
so
he's the
much.
best part of the team, they might as well disband the franchise now.
Now, fuck, I tell you. I'm trying, Grumpy. We've got here this video Grumpy wanted to send
I
me.
guess honestly, I guess you could say though that Jordan, as an owner of the Hornets, has been a failure.
Absolute failure.
Okay.
Yes. Now I'm not going to show the video because it's going to be struck down and ban our video in like all the different countries in the world. But long story short, guy went out there on the field, went ahead and picked up Cristiano Ronaldo, gave him a hug. But Grumpy, you wanted me to show this to you here. I wanted you, talk what you want to talk about with this.
I didn't really. I just sent it, but I'm going to say you see how Cristiano reacts a little bit differently than a lot of other players, and we've seen this numerous times when people come. He doesn't run away from them or have security come out. He's usually very understanding of the people who come out there and do stuff like that. This guy got a little bit physical. I don't know how I would react him picking me up, honestly, but and I don't know which is a before and after picture, but
he hit the Sue after it.
He gave him a hug. He bowed down, started to kiss his feet. He was waving a little flag, a Portugal flag, and gave him a big hug.
Okay. But you see how Cristiano handled it? See how he handled it? He's like, okay, that's cool. He didn't overreact. I'm sure security came and took him off. He made the fans' life. He made his life by doing this. Absolutely made his life.
Another fan's life is actually made during that same game. TJ, can you pull up the I Show Speed video of him meeting Cristiano Ronaldo?
Grumpy, you know who I Show Speed is?
Sounds like another moron from your
age. This guy is phenomenal. Phenomenal. He's great. I can't believe you've never heard of Speed.
Grumpy, you don't know who X, before we put this up on screen, tell Grumpy who I Show Speed is.
He's the biggest Cristiano Ronaldo fan, by the way. Huge Cristiano Ronaldo fan. He's a YouTuber, loves Cristiano, has been trying to meet him, I think, for the last 2 years. He's gone to multiple games. He'll either go to a game Cristiano Ronaldo won't be on the team. He'll go to a game he won't be playing, or he'll go to a game where he was off or something. And finally now he got to see him play, and Rafael Leao actually helped him out in meeting Cristiano Ronaldo in person. He's been trying to meet him for the last 2 or 3 years.
He's a big satire guy to where it's everything he does obviously is a little bit of a joke. And yes, so it's it's kind of nice to see this for those who are unaffiliated.
Oh my god! 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 I'm sorry. Oh my god, we're not. Oh my god, take a picture. Hey, take a picture. Take a picture, please, please. Oh my god, I love you, bro. Bro, yes, bro. Hey, I love you, bro. Ronaldo, I'm a big fan, bro. Ronaldo, I got you right here. Hey, wait, Suey. Ronaldo, Suey. I love you, bro.
So, do you think Lionel Messi would do something like that?
Fuck no.
Hell no, he wouldn't.
The thing was, he even said, he's like, yeah, my son showed me your videos. He's so funny in the videos, though.
He's funny to laugh at and kind of with sometimes is what he is.
Butchers everyone's name so badly. So bad. Yeah, it's all on purpose. It's all an act.
It's all just imagine professional wrestling, but it's entered the soccer realm. That's what he is. He's a professional wrestler of the soccer realm, and it's great. And he does that where he'll watch a Messi. He's not supposed to like him, but he's like, oh shit. He kind of ends up liking him. He starts flipping his shit. It's kind of funny. It's just a work. But Grumpy, that's your homework assignment is to watch I Show. You know what I Show Speed kind of reminds me of? When you start watching his videos, We Hoopin'.
No, he's way better than We Hoopin'. Come on.
X showed me one of these videos. I can't, you know what? My life is winding down. I can't waste time that I don't have in the future on guys like that.
He's so funny, man. He's so good.
Grumpy's life is winding down. It's just something you want to tell us, Grumpy.
Yeah, I'm closer to the end than I am to the beginning. Let's be honest, right? And
Sure.
I don't want to waste my time on guys like that. Just
the thing is, people will go in the streets, they'll see him, and they'll try and talk trash to him about Ronaldo, and he does not back down one bit. Not one bit.
Stallion, Grumpy. Drew L, Grumpy.
Holy crap. The Hornets are actually going to get a GM. Michael Jordan is gone. The franchise is saved. Maybe, hopefully, as long as they don't let Mr. whatever that jerk was run the team. Don't let him make any decisions.
Frank, yes, he bought it for like $275 million is what it was posted for, and he's for sale for $3 billion with a B. Not too bad. Not too bad. 10 times the amount of investment he had over a decade time period when the team has been relatively mediocre. James F., grumpy old man.
This is for you. You might as well read it.
Guys, there's a new show on Hot Wheels. Looks cool. You remember Hot Wheels, TJ and Son X?
Yes. I remember I had one of the tracks that you could build and would like launch the cars. I got that for Christmas one year. It was a lot of fun. Yep, we used to have the Hot Wheels. We had a lot of different ones. We had some with the lead-based paint on there as well. Those were the good ones.
Yeah.
Drew L. Now read this one, Son X, because Grumpy's not going to know who Squidward Tentacles is.
He knows who Squidly, as Grandpa used to call him.
Squidly.
Yeah, from SpongeBob SquarePants.
From Michael Jordan, look at these bags under my eyes. Even my bags have bags. Even my bags have bags. There we go.
Squidward Tentacles there. Andrew L. says Jordan's next venture is that little hockey team on Long Island. Holy shit. Oof. Paula Abdul had a song called Straight Up. Did you put that video up? Grumpy was not willing to entertain when we were joking around with Paula Abdul. So I don't know if Grumpy seems to be a little cranky. So I don't know. You remember, he's got only so much. He's got a finite amount of time left, so he doesn't have enough time to watch things like We Hoopin' or to learn who J. Cole is or to listen to.
When
Paula
I find things that
Abdul.
annoy me,
Very
I just
finite.
move on, move along, move along. These
TJ.
aren't the drones. These aren't the drones you're looking for. Move along.
Drew says, TJ, forget it. Grumpy isn't hip like the new generations are. True. And now Mario Grumpy.
That fan can actually defend himself. He's not one of those kids. Pinaldo slaps their cell phones out of their hands. That is not true.
One thing I'll say, you got to look at different angles. You can't just watch stuff off of reels.
Yeah, Mario just seemed Mario is a Lionel Messi guy. First off, we held back. We didn't come at him last time, but Mario is a guy of the penalty merchant himself. I don't know. You look at all the highlights of goals he scored in the World Cup without pens. I think you're looking at one goal, maybe two goals. Well, you do have that tap in from point blank where he could have just like stuck his foot out and redirected it. Hell, Grumpy could have gone ahead and scored that. Lionel Messi. I don't know. You're not going to see too much.
He's a female dog.
He's playing the cheeseburger league. It's all right.
Yeah, he's a marvelous midget, as we call him there. Frank Grumpy.
Ronaldo is a saint, a true Portuguese from the north. My family is like that. We are all full of love. LOL.
That I Showed Speed video is legendary. I think we need to show Grumpy the I Showed. No, fuck. I don't even like that.
Yeah, I think
Grumpy would fucking.
Grumpy's screen would turn black because he would just log off.
That's exactly right. There you go. Andrew L. Grumpy.
Charlie Culbertson of the Braves was DFA'd today as they had his dad scheduled to throw out the first pitch. Wow. That's pretty cold-hearted. Couldn't have done it after the game. I don't know, man. Maybe, yeah. I'm not reading this comment. It means
Drew
nothing.
says here, I remember J. Cole in an interview said that he hates that his rip-off Paula Abdul song with a passion. Yeah, he hates that rip-off Paula Abdul song. That's what I was saying. Yeah, his record label forced him to make it because he was new at the time when it came out. Yeah, I tell you. Frank says, "Oh, Messi's little
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. How do you like that, Mario, from Saved by the Bell?"
Wow.
Oh, Jesus. Right. Messi's great, but I mean, he's nowhere near what Cristiano is.
No,
not even close.
He can do certain things other guys can't, but Ronaldo, I'll say Messi's the best at what he can do, but Ronaldo can do everything. That's the difference.
Messi's just a little favorite.
There's certain things that Ronaldo can do that Messi just can't do. Just because of his physical stature, his lack of speed. There's certain things he can't do. Ronaldo is the best at getting open and finding space inside the box. He's the best I've ever seen at it.
Also, everybody forgets, too. They always say, oh, Ronaldo can't dribble. He can never dribble. They forget him back when he played for Manchester United. He was a dribble god. He ended up having a tendonitis issue with his knee, which it's what is
It's
it?
not tendonitis. It was something worse than that. It was like a degenerative knee disease.
Yeah,
That was
degenerative
supposed to be
knee
a career-ending injury.
Yep. Which
I mean,
limited his ability to dribble, so he had to change his entire play style.
Okay, think about this. The guy, as a youngster at Man United in the EPL, completed more dribbles in one season than Messi ever completed in his prime. He's playing in the EPL. He wasn't playing in the freaking there's only 2 leagues team, which is La Liga. There's a reason why when Cristiano went to La Liga, you start to see, hold on a second, the Ballon d'Ors for Messi starts to dry up. Oh, wait a second. Because guess what? Playing the cupcake Ibars and playing the cupcake Real Sociedads. Well, when Cristiano starts playing them, holy shit, man, Cristiano's putting up ungodly numbers. That's right. Because when you play shit competition, like you do in La Liga compared to the EPL, it shows.
It
shows.
No, it's not the
It
quality of the league. What it is the EPL has always been more physical, and I don't think that would have suited Messi well. Where Ronaldo can play the physical, he can play the finesse. Where Messi is just finesse. If you put him in where he gets hit a little bit or banged a little bit, and they're not calling foul, he would struggle. I don't think he would have been anywhere near as successful if he was in the EPL.
His career would have ended by the age of 28 years old.
Could never beat Bayern Munich.
No. Okay, Messi's a really flawed player. Just is.
He's good. Come on, he's good.
He's flawed player.
He's a left foot guy. He's left foot. You put it on his right foot, couldn't do shit.
He's the best at what he does, but the difference between him and Ronaldo is Ronaldo is good at everything.
He's got the best left foot in the history of the sport.
Yeah.
I think he's got a better left foot than Diego Maradona.
He's a really, really good dribbler, but there's a lot of things he can't do that Ronaldo can do.
He cannot go to his right. Cannot do it.
That's what I said.
He can't do it. And Ronaldo is lethal with either foot.
He did not have Lionel Messi doesn't have any power behind his kicks. He had great control over the ball. He had great control when it leaves his foot, the spin he can put on it, and the direction where he can put it. Cristiano had the power. Okay, Cristiano had more power than Lionel Messi could dream of.
Here's the biggest thing. Ronaldo is clutch. Messi is not.
That too.
That's the big moment.
What do you mean? He won World Cup.
In the big moment, Lionel Messi disappears. He does. Ronaldo always comes up in the big moments. Always.
Mr. Champions League himself.
Yep.
Hey, but man, we're here at the end of the show. What do you want to say to end off our Father's Day special, Grumpy?
I want to say happy Father's Day to everyone who's a father, and love and laughter to everyone who listens, and even those who don't. From TJ, the Grumpy Old Man, and Son X.
And Son X, what do you want to say before we wrap things up here today?
I also want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, and happy Father's Day, Grump. I really enjoyed doing the show with you today.
Thank you, X. What a nice guy you are.
Factor right there. Okay.
Kissing ass. Okay.
I didn't even wish Grump a happy Father's Day until the show. All right.
I did earlier, X. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the show. Thank you, everybody, for commenting in. Thank you. We appreciate it as always. Thank you, Grumpy. Thank you, Son X, for being on the show tonight. And a happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. We will be with you guys live this upcoming Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, have a great start to your week. Thank you so much, Grumpy. Thank you so much, Son X.
My pleasure.